birthday. Okay friends, here is a closer look at my finished seed bombs. They're very, very dry, but because it is made out of paper, as soon as I put them out in the rain, they'll break apart and the seeds will get planted along with the soil that's inside of my seed balls. So, for the sake of time, I have already started to soak my paper to make this process a little faster. You can use hot to warm water. Just don't touch the paper until it is safe to do so. If you have a blender at home and you decide to do this with a blender, you can just cut up your paper into little pieces like I've done here, stick it in the blender with water, and mix it until it's pulpy like this. And by pulpy, I mean that it kind of just breaks apart and you can easily just pull the pieces of paper apart. So after I've had it soaking for a bit, what I do is I grab chunks full and I just kind of pull them apart just to keep breaking it up. And when I mean that it's pulpy, when you put your hand in here, the paper is kind of slimy, which is fine because we are going to drain the water out of it. So you'll notice that my paper is broken apart really well. I have all these small pieces coming out. Try and get my hands clean there. And I just do this. And everything starts to sink because the wetter it is, the heavier the paper technically is, and so it sinks to the bottom. So I think that is ready to be drained. So because I'm not using a blender, I just soaked it in water, let it sit for a while, and did the exact same thing, no problem. The only difference is that you probably drain a little more water this way. So I have a pan. You can use another bowl, anything that's going to just take the bulk of the water weight here. And I have a small strainer. So I'm just going to put my pulped water into that strainer. And you can see better now how pulped the paper is. And I'm going to squeeze out some of the water. I don't want to squeeze all of it out because it's going to kind of act as the glue. But just squeezing out a bit. Alright. Then I'm going to put it back in this bowl here to just dry. But there is my pulp. Okay, so your next step will be to take your gauze and put it into your cup like this. Just lay it over. Yours is a thicker piece, but you're going to use your rubber band, or I'm using my hair tie to just get it in there so it doesn't go anywhere. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the paper that is now crushed up, and you see how nicely it just sticks together now, and that's because of all the water. So we're going to put a small amount, and holding on to the sides of your gauze so that it doesn't go anywhere, I'm going to push it in there to kind of form a half a circle. So you notice it there? Then what I'm going to do is put a tiny bit of soil. I know it looks like I barely gave you any soil in your kits, but you really don't need that much. So there's my soil. And then I have a few of my seeds here. So tiny you're not even going to be able to see them, I don't think. I'm just going to sprinkle those on top. You don't need many. I did give you a lot more than you need for your seed bombs. I just wanted you to be able to make more if you wanted to. Then I'm going to just put some more paper on top. So the nice thing about the gauze is holding onto the gauze. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to tuck my hands underneath the gauze and just roll this up and keep squeezing some water out. And my fist is making it into a ball shape. And when you open it up, you'll see whether or not you need a little more paper or not. So you see how it's already starting to become a ball? Looks like I have a little more dirt on the outside here. So what I can do is just grab some more paper and literally just stick it onto there and use my hand to add that paper to the ball. And if you want to squeeze it out through your gauze again, you can just stick it right back in there. And keep squeezing it. You're not going to get perfect little balls, but there you have it. There's our seed bomb. Now, if you need to put these in a place to dry overnight, and then they will stiffen up like this. And you can keep doing this with as many seeds as you like, and throw them out into your own yard, preferably your own yard with the permission of mom or dad. And once the rain comes, it'll break this ball apart and it will plant your seeds for you. So there you have it, friends. We have our seed bombs that look like our earth with the green and blue and white. And now I can throw all of these bombs into my garden. Hope you guys had a good time. Happy Earth Day.